What's up, everybody?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Welcome to another edition of The Quiet Part Out Loud.
Yeah, it's Thursday. We're going to eat some turkey.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to remember why we don't like our families today, probably.
We're going to remember why we should never gorge ourselves.
And so are you. That's what you're all going to do today.
Hopefully in healthy parts of 4 seatings. All right, so you're going to have 2 breakfasts, a lunch, and a huge dinner.
Yeah. Everyone in America has to go to 4 Thanksgivings because we all have broken families.
Welcome to America, baby.
Yeah, it's really good. It's good that everyone has to. It's a good sign that everyone has to go to like a million different Christmases and Thanksgivings. You and your girlfriend both have at least 3, so you're gonna gain a lot of weight today. That's actually why Americans are so fat now. It's because we have to go to so many Thanksgivings and Christmases.
Dude, our meals are as divided as our families are now.
That's
the first
true.
family gets breakfast, and then my second family gets lunch, and then the family that cries the most gets dinner.
Well, that's always good to have to go to a bunch of different families' Thanksgivings and like not know them well enough to like know anybody's names. You know the people's, you know the names of the.
Make your way through it.
Yeah, just like what's up, man? Nice to see you.
There's so many of those. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
dude.
Oh yeah, how's work? Cool. I'm gonna move on and not make eye contact. Just like
that's the hardest part, just not making eye contact.
Okay, nice to see you. It's been really cool. I've got to go to someone else's house who I don't know.
You just show up at random houses. How effective would that be? Just showing up at random people's houses and just people have the same effect. Just what's going on, man?
You're like crashing Thanksgiving, like a wedding.
Why hasn't that been a movie yet?
I don't know. Probably because it's really sad.
The Quiet Part Out Loud, crashing Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
That's the next big idea.
We should do that. Just go to people's houses and record it. And they're like, can you get out of our house, please?
Until next year.
Yeah. You better get me a present. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, turkey sucks. Everyone pretends they like it. No one likes turkey.
Nobody likes or cherishes the holiday of turkey eating.
Dude, yeah. The only good thing about Thanksgiving is stuffing and like cherry pie.
Oh.
Everyone else pretends to like the rest of it.
Dude, it's just friggin' a mass effect of people chewing for hours on end on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm not having it, and neither should you, America.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. But nonetheless, happy Thanksgiving to you and to yours. Always know that we're thinking about you, or at least about ourselves the most.
Yeah, I constantly think about you. That's what I think about during Thanksgiving and how thankful I am for all of you. It is nice though. It is nice to have like a time where you're supposed to be like, oh, things aren't so bad. Like I have this and that, and like that's not so bad.
I feel the same way, man.
Because the rest of the year I'm like, God, I wish things were better. And then one day a year, it's like a cultural thing to be like, like it's nice to be able to do. Blah, blah, blah.
That's right. I can tolerate my family. This
is
great.
Yeah, they're not so bad.
Mm-mm. Where broken families can come together for at least 3 different dining settings. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
Both of our families are still together. That's nice.
That is a great thing, actually.
Yeah, that's like it makes us like the 1% of the 1%.
Guys, if you couldn't tell already, we're at the tippy top. We're like 1% of the 1%.
Yeah, I'm not rich in money, but I am rich in love.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we show our love in different ways, man. I think you find love as in ways of giving humor and comedy at untimely events. So do you remember the time that we used to freaking hang out in different areas in Kansas? So like Kansas City, and you would just get this bewildered thought. You would look over at me and go, hey, John, would it be just crazy if I just dropped you off right now? just didn't come back.
I was like, hey, you know what would be fun is if we just abandoned each other in different cities.
I was having none of it, by the way. I was so terrified he would actually do it.
I would do it. If he had been like, oh, it does sound cool, I would have abandoned him in Kansas City.
Absolutely. And I was terrified because he actually did it sometimes. So we actually had friends, believe it or not, in high school. I don't care what anybody says. We had friends.
We did have friends. We were cool.
And he would show up with me, almost like a piece of luggage. He would show up with me at random friend's house and like drop me off like luggage to go do whatever he was doing. He's like, "Hey, here's a John man. Make use of him.
Yeah.
I'll be back in 3 hours."
He don't eat much.
And luckily for me, he had really kind friends that turned into my friends. I remember one time exactly. He dropped me off at some random people's house. Luckily, I semi knew them from high school, and they weren't just meth dealers this time. And they were like, "Who is this guy?" You're like, "This is John Man. Treat him good." And one of the freaking moments I remember most is that one of the guys was like, "Hey, do you want to watch a movie since your friend left you?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be nice." They put on a scary movie, and like right as they reach the precipice of the movie, the crazy old guy is like having this whole rant about how to baste a turkey, and he's got his hand fully up at this freaking turkey's ass, and the friend like walks at the perfect timing just as he like screams like Hiawatha. I'm like, I'm freaked out, he's freaked out, we're both having a great time, and we both remember like, hey, is your friend ever gonna come back? Like, no, but we're friends now, dude.
I don't remember this. I was high for all of high school, so I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah, that's how all of my high school years went, was hanging out with this guy, just being dropped off in random areas. But the good thing here is that I did get my payback. He treated me like luggage, so I just represented myself as luggage on our first trips out to Colorado. I would get so baked out of my mind. I would make no decisions.
Oh, dude, let me tell this. Let me cover this part.
Please do,
dude. So we used to go out to Colorado, and like John used to not be able to function after he smoked any weed at all, or did any consumed anything really. And of course, when you go to Colorado, it's a requirement to get high as shit the whole time. So, dude, I would like drag people out to Colorado on these trips, and I would drag John with me sometimes. And yeah, the first trip we went on, we just got all this weed, and we were like, we had no money, so we're just like camping in a tent to go like climb mountains and stuff.
Unprepared as fuck.
And like, dude, I'm like, I had to do everything. I had to do literally all the stuff on this trip because John just turns into like an object when he's high. He just turns into like a rock.
I'm a complete freaking obstacle, dude. I'm just in the way.
So, dude, he's just like, I remember I was like so frustrated. I like, you know, we leave one spot, we climbed a mountain, we like put all our stuff away, and I'm like, I'm having to like do the map, and I'm driving through the mountains and all this stuff. And I'm like, John, what do you want to do next? Like, should we go here or should we go here? Should we go to like Colorado Springs or Lyons, or should we go to Denver? What do you want to do? And he's like, whatever, man, whatever you want. I just go, John, make any decision. Make any decision at all. He goes, oh, okay. Let's listen to some music. He turns on the radio.
Let's increase this volume. Dude, it's all part of my thought process. Let's turn this up for sure. Let's get the creative juices flowing.
Thank you, John.
That was the most on edge I've ever seen you before. Dude, you were about ready to leave me in Colorado.
I was so pissed.
Dude, fuck leave me in Kansas City. You're about to leave me in a whole other state.
I'd fucking kick you out on the side of the road.
Good luck, dipshit.
Yeah. God.
And these are the times we cherish those memories.
I'm like, John, no more weed for you.
Dude, that was like almost a unspoken rule. Like before, we would like smoke weed together, and it would be fine. Like we would just go on simple hikes. But that's just the easy part, going on hikes. Going on a full out camping trip together with a high John man was fun for no one. And I know what you guys are thinking. This was probably fun for me. I was terrified that he might kill me, strand me, or that an animal was definitely going to kill me along the way.
Dude, yeah, your eyes would just go vacant after like one hit. Like,
I was gone, man.
Like, okay. So
I'm so bad at drugs.
So this is what I do. I shame people into being better. So I just called him. I was like, John, you are like a piece of luggage. And from then on, dude, he was like so ashamed of himself that he's been helpful on trips.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. He can even smoke weed now. I shamed him into being useful while high.
So what we're trying to say is, on this Thanksgiving holiday,
Be mean to your friends.
remember the friends that helped you out the most.
Yeah.
Especially the mean ones.
Yeah, they'll be better for it.
I know I do.
Mm-hmm.
I only cry a little bit more now.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so thinking about those trips kind of makes me think more about our upcoming trips. Like, what are some fun trips we can do in other countries? Let's say like Cali, Colombia.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Yeah. So I've been to Cali a bunch of times. I've been telling him about it for like years. Dude, Cali is so cool. It's like, it's this, it's a city of like probably like 2 million people in Colombia. And when you go, like the first time I went there, like all these people were just staring at me like they know I'm like out of place,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just, I'm like paler than pretty much everyone there. Like I'm white.
They noticed that you were a 6 foot tall white man.
Yeah, they were just like, I'm bigger than almost everyone there. Like pretty much every single person in this entire city. There's like a few weird giants, but like I'm pretty much bigger than everyone in the entire city.
You're toppling over them. Ah, fear me.
Dude. But yeah, there's a place in Cali called San Antonio. It's like right downtown, and it's like the safest part of the city. And it's like there's this beautiful church that everyone congregates at for like holidays, and every Sunday there'll just be people all over this big hill, and where the church is at the top, and it's like this old, hundreds of years old stone church. And everyone, there's like families hanging out and like people selling corn and sodas and just people having like a community time, It's very nice.
Yeah. Actually cherishing real lifetime events with each other. I think it's beautiful. Something we should definitely be bringing back.
But there's it's so cheap there that you can like, people make like $8,000 a year there sometimes. Like a lot of people make like $8,000 a year, and they get by to the point where like, they're all trying to leave, which is unfortunate. But I mean, I get it. But for us, the exchange rate is really great, where you can go down there and, you could take a couple months salary here.
Sure.
And like go down there and live for a year.
Sure. But Andrew, I think we're missing a larger niche that we could be filling. Although we do want to be doing more lucrative things, for our benefits. What if we head down to Colombia and we help out the populace in beneficial ways? Like, what if we make the cartel better at kidnapping? We could freelance ourselves out as as kidnappees.
Yeah.
Give them back some proper feedback.
Well, I think we could probably do that once.
No, they have to know for sure, so they don't fucking cut our heads off. But we'll friggin' our next episode will be called "Let's Get Kidnapped."
Dude, how about like Alex Hormozy for the cartel, like a business coach? That online the YouTube guy. You know what I'm talking about, Alex Hormozy?
I don't, but this sounds hilarious already.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like a guy who's like Alex Hormozy, like he's like a business expert or whatever, and he like helps people run their. He basically helps people have higher leverage in whatever business they run. He started this company called Gym Launch, and he like figured out a way to make a whole bunch of money with it by basically. Anyway, he like went around to all these different gyms that were opening and helped them like fill up their client base really quickly and stuff. Anyway, it'd be funny to have like a business expert giving the cartels like business advice.
Dude, I came up with this idea like minutes ago. If we're not going to capitalize on this, I don't even want to go to Colombia. If we're not going to be helping the cartel get better, then I think we need to be more beneficial to their culture and possibly ours.
Dude, but so there are a couple of billionaires in Cali, and them dudes are thugs, bro.
We're on the up and up then.
Yeah, them dudes are like scary guys. I mean, I think they're like mostly legitimized now, but the only way to make if there's billionaires in Cali, Colombia, where everyone is living on like corn and rice and stuff, it's like You know what they're really doing. You know what they're really doing, dude.
Oh yeah. But I think our days of drugs and leaving each other behind in our friendship, those days are over.
Well,
Right. Stay tuned for the next friggin' podcast where Andrew leaves me in Colombia. Guys, please send me
Senor.
love. No.
Ayúdame.
Dude, with how bad my Spanish is, I don't belong anywhere getting lost in Colombia.
Yeah.
Hola, please help. Muy mal friends.
Ayúdame, por favor.
I can make tortillas, I think. Please help me. I'm hungry.
Dude, I don't even know what you would do.
Oh, dude, I probably strip my way across freaking Colombia. Create the Chippendales freaking the Chippendales fucking theme ship of Colombia.
Just ask, like, beg people for money. You're just like shaking your wiener at people. I have no other Skittles.
It's either freaking making the cartel better or shaking my ass for cash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like when we went down there, me and Tony went down there. There was some guy, dude, like we were like walking. We like walked all over the place.
Yeah.
And we would like our Airbnb was probably like a 20 minute walk from the area that I'm talking about, San Antonio.
Yeah.
And there was this guy who like pulled up on a motorcycle and like started talking to us while we were walking from San Antonio back to our hotel. He was a nice guy. He just started like talking to us, whatever, and just like chit-chatting. He was telling us about how he had, he went up to the States and made some money and came back and bought a piece of property for his mom down there in Cali. And he bought like a farm outside of the city. And he just had people working on his farm, making like crops or whatever. He was growing weed. He was definitely growing weed. Definitely. But this dude, while he's talking to us, he like pulls out a bag of weed while he's still sitting on his motorcycle. And he's like rolling up a joint while he's talking to us.
This guy's a gangster.
So really what he was doing was being like, you want some? He saw the gringos and he was like, maybe I'll sell these guys some weed.
Dude, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So friggin' just be out there, man, and start rolling up a few spliffs. Really get that marketing going.
Dude, yeah. It was nice though. He was like trying to make friends. He was trying to make money. He was trying to sell us weed, I think. But whatever.
Hey man, as long as he get his and I get mine.
As long as he doesn't murder me or try to like extort my family for money or whatever.
the same group that we freaking made better in the cartels for kidnapping is now going to freaking kidnap us for real.
Yeah, dude, but I can't wait, dude. I can't wait to show you Cali. You're gonna love it. You're gonna be like, this is nuts. Like all of Medellin, all of Cali. The traffic, dude, you're gonna freak out when you see the traffic there. It's fucking bananas,
dude. If I end up loving Cali, I'm going to end up moving there.
Yeah, I wanted to the first time I went there. I was just like, oh my god, because everything's so cheap. It's like,
was there any sense of fashion or style that really caught your eye when you were there?
I mean, I didn't really. In Medellin, dude, all these chicks they just look like they're Kardashians. All of them.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, there's a lot of plastic surgery. There's a lot of fake asses.
What?
Yeah.
They're naturally born with that. Why would they need that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they are born with that to some extent. Like there's more thickness on average down there.
God bless them.
But they're all trying to keep up with the Joneses in terms of that,
I get it. I think people just aren't content with what they have anymore. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know.
All this will be plastic surgery in the next 5 years, right?
John's gonna look like a Kardashian.
Not Bruce Jenner either.
Yeah. Big old duck lips. Fake ass. John's gonna have a fake ass.
You guys like me, right?
Yeah.
Man. So speaking of like fashion and style, if you can bring back one piece of fashion or like a style of like clothing from back in the day, what would you bring back?
Racism, segregation.
That's not what I was talking about, but
Yeah, men dressing like in suits and stuff every day, and women
Yes.
dressing like girls. That'd be nice.
Yeah, man, I'm just not in love with this whole super baggy pants that girls are wearing now. I don't get it. It's like super tight crop tops with like super baggy pants. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old fashioned in this thinking, but I do admire a nice dress. You know?
Yeah, well, I like it when women had like modesty. That was cool.
Yeah, let's bring that one back.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it that women all dress like whores. That's not good.
It just leaves nothing to the imagination anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take somebody seriously when you meet them and their tits are out and you can see every curve of their body. It's like I'm supposed to be like
Yeah.
take you seriously, and then you're gonna what not change? You're not. It's like it's supposed to be mine. I don't know.
No,
I don't
yeah,
know. It
you're
shouldn't.
absolutely right.
That shit should not be out there for everybody. It's like
Yeah.
women, guys are not gonna take women seriously if they meet them dressed like that. They'll fuck you.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's like I said before, it leaves nothing to the imagination. You're talking to, some 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. And if I can, excuse my language here, if I can see your tits through your shirts, the chase is over. I'm not trying to get you back in my place anymore. I'm like, look, if this is for everybody to see, then it's not for me.
Yeah, there's just no reason to take most of these chicks seriously, man. Yeah, no, the girls who I really like dress modestly. Sorry, I mean they're pretty. You could. It's not like, dude. It's not like if you dress like modestly, we can't tell you're hot. It's like you're all trying to. It's like all these chicks are like, I'm hot. Look how hot I am. It's
All
like,
of them, dude.
if you're hot, dude, we will know. Like we don't have to. You don't have to like
Yeah.
be naked for us to know you're attractive.
Right. So for all of our 5 women in the audience who are now tuned into the podcast, just know that we already know that you are attractive. You don't have to be putting yourself out there that much.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like we were saying before, it's like, man, if you like all these chicks who like spend money on plastic surgery and all this like superficial stuff, it's like, dude, the whole like beauty, the whole point of beauty is that it reflects health.
Yes.
So if you want to be more attractive, just focus on being healthier. Drink more water, exercise more, eat better.
Yeah.
Don't fill your body with plastic
Yeah.
and whatever. It's like, dude, that's not the point. Is you're like trying to shortcut your way to attractiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Listen, we already know you guys are on your way to a stepping stone of insanity. All right, you guys are clearly the gender that are that are more able to freaking step into insanity. We know that.
John, you're a sexist, okay? You're a pig. All women are beautiful. Believe all women.
You know what? Since we're on this topic already, yes, the sexist pig here speaking for the betterment of women. Just know that you don't need that plastic surgery.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not
Just
worth the
spend your money or your husband's money on a nutritionist or something, dude.
time. Yes.
Don't give yourself fake tits. It's bad.
You know what? Speaking of of honesty, do you remember? Do you remember how unhonest your dad was in his ways of getting us to do free labor all the time?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
He-
dude. Dude, yeah, my house growing up was like pretty cool. We had like a lake and a boat and stuff.
Mhm.
And like people liked to come over at first, but eventually people stopped wanting to come over because my dad would always be like, "Oh, you guys are gonna go on the boat, huh? You mind carrying these rocks around the back of the house first? So go on the boat. You might have to carry some rocks, dude. You might have to. You're gonna be a landscaper by every third time you come over. You're gonna have to do like some bottom of the barrel Mexican labor."
Oh, that's fucked up. But that's true. I actually did enter into landscaping shortly after that, but I acquired my skills right here in this house. And if it's one thing I can fall for all the time is being complimented. I'm a fucking glutton for compliments. So I would come over here occasionally, and I would just be hanging out with Andrew, like out in the front lawn, and his dad would come out and he'd just start complimenting us on like, "Wow, you guys are turning into real strapping lads." Like, real strapping lads. You guys really know your way around a shovel. And he like make obvious eye contact with the garden, to a shovel, back to us. And then 15 to 17 hours later, we're doing like hard freaking back-breaking labor, freaking digging holes, planting new freaking crops, building docks in the freaking lake.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
People, he was just like tricking all my friends, and he would like take us to like football games and stuff, and then be like, "Well, I do need some help
Oh my
digging the whole front lawn up, dude."
god.
It's like, okay,
He would like
I
take us out in the middle of
guess.
like nowhere. It's like where we couldn't escape. He was like, "How about you guys freaking pick up these boulders for me? Do I have a choice?" That's the fun part.
Dude,
No.
he would just fucking make my friends do shit all the time. Dude, I'm serious. People were like, "I don't want to go to your house." I'm like, "Why?" It's like, because your dad's going to make us do stuff.
I was one of them.
Yeah.
After a while, it caught on. It took me a while.
It's like, all right.
Listen, I may be a piece of luggage, but I turned into a thinking piece of luggage after a while. I was like, I know what Jim's up to.
Yeah, everyone figured it out. I mean, I guess it is a fair trade, but it's like, it's not one you actually signed up for.
No, never.
Anyhow.
In the comments, tell us what your guys' friends' parents made you do. We want to hear.
Yeah. What did anyone else's parents fucking make them do a bunch of bullshit?
Yeah. What they called chores was actually forced labor.
Because I always thought that was like normal. I always thought like, oh, like if you live at a place, your parents just are gonna make you and your friends do stuff. But I mean, that never happened at any of my other friends' houses. But to be fair, none of my friends' dads ever did anything with us.
Dude.
Like that, they never took us on. All my other friends' dads tried to like they would just come home from work and try to pretend they didn't have children.
Your dad would see you like, oh, look, my child. Time to put in work.
Yep.
Man. We need to be better examples for our children. Do you think we'll be putting our children to work in the future?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe this is a learning step for us.
Yeah.
Like we're getting the blueprint to be doing it all right.
I'm gonna make my boys. If I have a bunch of boys, they're gonna have calluses on their hands by the time they're 4.
So 365 days out of the year, we're gonna be turning those boys into men. All right. So Thanksgiving's a day off, and then Christmas might be a day off.
No,
No,
they're
You're
gonna
put your kids to work on Christmas.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them like blocking the chimney and like standing guard with a rifle.
All right, kids, listen. The first fat man you see on that chimney, blast his ass.
Yeah, they're gonna be on like first watch, dude.
They're like cleaning rifles in the back. They're like, oh, like they're wearing helmets and like they're like military fatigues.
All right, boys, if you see a reindeer, lock and load. Yeah,
they're just killing deer in the front lawn.
Did I do good, Dad? You did okay. Do better.
I won't hug you yet, but you're doing all right.
Give me a couple more deer. You might get on. I love you. I might get an attaboy.
Thank God you're not in Texas, but this is how we treat family in Kansas.
Yeah.
Man. So what are you really thankful for this year on Thanksgiving, Andrew?
Oh, I don't know. Thankful to be alive, dude. I'm thankful to not be paraplegic. It's pretty good.
You did take a nasty spill
just
last year from when that car hit you.
2 years ago. 2 years ago and 1 day, I think.
Dude, I don't know. You've got to have something extra in your DNA. You took a car head on. You're like, time to get back to work a year later.
Dude, I was born with 9 lives. I keep telling people this. I've almost died like 6 times. And I just cannot. I'm Wolverine. I'm Wolverine. I always make it. I even have the adamantium in my spine, dude.
You do now.
I just need the claws.
Dude, I swear, we're getting more and more fucked up as we age.
Yeah.
Like, I take a motorcycle to the side of a car. I shatter all of this. And by the way, freaking the next week, this guy's forcing me onto a plane to Miami to have the time of my life. By the way, we rocked that one. But this guy, like, no shit, gets hit by a freaking car. And he's like, well, no excuses over here.
We'll tell that story some other time. Man, that's a wild fucking story.
That's a crazy fucking story, man.
That shit was nuts.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, there's like a 1% chance of me being as good as I am right now. Here we are, climbing mountains and fucking going on runs and lifting weights and stuff. It's like,
Dude, we're crushing
yeah,
it.
I was like full on paraplegic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you think there's any sort of advancement in the future for like, what do they call that? So you know how they make like autonomous cars? Can they make autonomous mechanisms for the body, almost like a exoskeleton, a mechanical, electronic exoskeleton for the body, like for the paraplegic, for the
It's
paralyzed?
coming. It's gonna come eventually. I'm not convinced it's ever gonna be good.
I mean, okay, it has to go through beta phase testing, has to go through all of these testing phases to actually be something worthwhile, I think.
Yeah, there may be like a few like Gundams that billionaires. Elon Musk
They're
is
making
gonna
those.
Elon Musk is gonna be walking around in a fucking Gundam in like 2 years.
That's his thing, dude. He's just doing all this so we can have a battle ready suit at all times.
Yeah, that's gonna be sick, dude. He's gonna be Iron Man.
Why he's not freaking being Iron Man right now is beyond me. Like, I know he's coming out with Neuralink and making all these other strides for health and benefits, but why that man is not walking around in a full suit at all times is beyond me.
Yeah, I don't know. You know they've got him. You know they've got some crazy shit going on behind the
Mhm.
scenes.
I'm just saying, the first Gundam suit I see available at freaking Amazon, I'm buying that shit up.
Dude, he's gonna have like, remember that I can't remember what, I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where there was the guy who's like he's just a brain in the middle of like a suit.
Yeah. I'm gonna get you, turtles.
It's like, oh, I'm from South Africa.
You sure about that?
Anyway, anything else?
I think we have crushed it so far. We are doing great. Time to go see some family. Time to go get jacked at the gym. But we want to make sure you guys are having yourselves an amazing Thanksgiving yourselves.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it. We're all gonna make it.
We are. But until next time, enjoy your families, enjoy your lives, enjoy the holiday.
I love you. Call me.
Don't call me.